NHL 24 is here and focuses on improving the on-ice experience with great success. The exhaust engine will see goalies sweat, offenses feel the boost of a sustained rush as they wear down their opponents, better feeling hits, some smart control changes, and damn near identical modes make this a solid, iterative sequel that focuses where it matters most. $70 is a big ask every year, so let's break down this title to see if it's worth it for the faithful in the XboxEra review of NHL 24. The biggest change for longtime fans of the series is the exhaust engine, and it's pretty darn good. For the first time, you can really focus on sustained offensive zone pressure to wear down not only the defenseman, but the goalie. Constant shots, passes around forcing him to move, and just staying in the offensive zone will start to chip away at a goalie's stamina pretty quickly. The best of the best can dig in deep and still pull off some truly spectacular looking saves even when tired, with animations that show their exhaustion as they go flying across the crease. To recover as the defensive team, actions like clearing the puck, forcing a face-off, calling a timeout, and stopping the clock in any way that isn't icing will ease things up. The new physics-based contact system helps you not only deliver massive blows, but tie players up along the boards and snatch the puck in a more realistic-feeling manner than ever before. This is helped by a refresh of the game's control scheme. On offense, the button layout has changed up a little bit, and once I got the hang of things, I felt like I could play a more natural-feeling game of hockey than I ever had before. The options are still there if you want to make it as arcade or simulation-like as you want, but the sim side of things just feels better than it used to. The default settings for penalties gave a realistic amount in the shorter period affairs, but damn if it wasn't frustrating to get a slashing call for the tiniest little poke check over and over. I spent a fair amount of time tweaking settings, and after a few attempts, felt happy with the mix of speed, length of game, and overall difficulty. The exhaust engine really changes up how effective a sustained forecheck is. Being a big bruising team doesn't just mean hitting everyone into oblivion. Instead, you can focus on dumping the puck, fighting along the boards, and working down the defense and goalie until you have far easier pickings. Modes-wise, it feels damn near the same as last year. There's a few minor changes here and there, but nothing that really stands out to me. The HUT mode, aka Hockey Ultimate Team, has new objectives, woohoo! Social sharing, which I wasn't really able to do in the very limited online of the review period, and HUT moments, which are pretty cool, exactly what you'd think, giving you a cool look at some specific moments throughout hockey history. World of Chell is the other microtransaction-focused mode, with a season pass full of really ugly-looking gear that I had no real interest in going for. I was whitelisted for online play and got into a few matches here and there with other reviewers, and it all worked fine, but I have no idea how the servers will hold up at launch, and the game is intrinsically tied to being online. If things are rough, and they normally are server-wise, then expect some major frustration while trying to use just the UI. The career mode felt pretty similar to last year's, and where I had most of my solo fun. You make a few choices in between games to raise and lower your team and personal star meters. It's not super deep, unlike the franchise mode, which is back and as tough as balls if you want it to be. Keeping my owner, coaches, and team happy was hard but fun on the default settings, and as far as I could tell, every other major mode was back from last year with a few slight tweaks here and there. NHL 24 looks fantastic both in motion and replays. The arenas feel more alive with fully animated sideboards, bringing a realistic feeling to the arenas that use them. The commentary was never in the way, which is the highest compliment I can give a sports game. Match the on-ice action was never really annoying and barely repeated despite my lengthy playtime. Well, it repeats a lot in World of Chell, but in the other modes, really good. Checking and goalie animations were the standouts as they felt the most realistic. Some of the puck physics and transitional animations could go a little wonky at times. More than once, I had a sure goal magically zip into the down goaltender's glove or under his butt. The audio in the arenas added a ton to making it feel like a real NHL game. The crowd called for a shot if I held onto the puck for too long, worked hard to rally my players if we were down by a late goal, and went cuckoo bananas if I won a fight. The UI is slick and pretty easy to navigate when the servers work. Even in the review period, I did have a few times where things started to chug and the entire system kind of grounded to a halt. I hate how online-focused starting up a solo career mode is with the UI. It's a game where it actually may be worth setting your console to offline if you're not going to engage in any of the server-based modes in a play session. The microtransaction side of the game still the same. It's rough. We were given the top version of the title for review, and I immediately had an 83 overall HUD team. It's the same rotten feeling but insanely popular microtransaction system that EA has in all of their major sports games now. I personally don't like it, but enough fans seem to that I doubt it ever goes away. Wrapping things up, NHL 24 is a solid improvement on ice over last year's title, with the exhaustion engine adding technical depth that the series has severely lacked. Outside of that, some minor presentation and control improvements are countered by a mostly the same overall package of modes. If you love the NHL, then this is by far the best playing game in the series lately. But is it worth $70 over last year's version? Well, that's tough to say. It really does play a hell of a lot better, but other than that, it's pretty damn near the same.